Welcome to your weekly love reading for September 1st through 7th, 2025. My name is Carolyn. The two of you have been going through a huge elimination of the pre-Piscean age layer of domination and control. So whatever would be considered a third energy that got involved to dominate either of you to keep the two of you separated and apart. So this is a more getting down to the bottom of the original layer of where this incepted itself into the Holy Grail unions to keep us separated from our power of creation internally within ourselves and then externally with the divine counterparts in union together. So let's see where the energies are this week. A lot was showing up with this Pisces full moon eclipse, with this blood moon energy, bloodline, blood clearing, DNA, lots going on here on a cellular level, and then also a huge closure to the ancestral karma, the ancestral family tree, family lineage of where this separation got in. I'm hearing pinpoint with that. Just getting to that seed point of where this whole, I'm hearing also like where the devil colluded against you. So where that incepted itself in the family tree is also what we've been clearing out here. So this is why we came here. Your ancestors chose you to be here for this here. And through your self-healing work and your inner union, reconnection with God's source, putting God's source primary above any and all others, all these sorts of things that you're aligning with is all leading to this reunion, not only for you personally, but for the collective. So the age of Aquarius requires masculine and feminine unity. This is our natural state of consciousness, of creation power. This is our natural human embodiment essentially here that was separated and divided to control us here, right? So this is a very big ascension, paradigm shift, mission, that light work that you're here on as well. And it's for you, for the people that are seeking unions, a lot of this is playing out through the union template. And then it can be also impacting other sectors of your life. So working on this healing journey and what we do with the shamanic God code and the extended readings, that a lot supports your health, your finances, and other components of just relationships in general. So very beneficial. But you might notice now the shifts and changes are overlapping into, so the rewards is what I'm hearing are coming in multiple areas of your life. So if you're not sensing, if you're not seeing it quite in your love life yet, but other areas of your life are showing this vindication and justice, right? I'm going to feel like justice and some sort of rewards or payback or something along these lines is starting to come in. That's a very strong indication that the union template is coming together, unfolding beautifully here as well. So for this week, for the two of you, we do have the Three of Cups coming in with the Bridge card. So this is telling me that you're leaving that energy behind now. And the two of you are, your union is, there's some sort of seeing through the veil when it comes to this energy, this third energy here. And then we have mystical messages following the signs coming through. So it is like you're on a path, you're on a journey, you're following, you're crossing this bridge here. So I think that what it's, this whole book of Revelation, Apocalypse, so it's all talking about a consciousness awakening. And that's to the light body is what I'm hearing. So this is, what's happening here is for both of you, there's a consciousness awakening happening. So it looks like even a portal's open. So it could be with this Pisces full moon eclipse. It's revealing things that you haven't been able to see. And so it looks like this is an opportunity to move forward through seeing something more accurately this week. It looks to me about marriages in general. So there could have been cycles of divorce, for example, or abuse in the home that has been passed down for generations, and that's created a program. So this is where you're getting to you have healed a lot of those already, is what I'm seeing. you're coming out of like the hardest part of this journey is also what I'm hearing. So something here is coming in this week. So let's see what the cards say about what this is for you. But certainly through an awakening, that this is the portal of awakening, I feel like here. So for you this week in your consciousness, we do have the Knight of Pentacles here. So slowing down, and you are moving on here, though. We've got the boat card, and then which is another 3. So I feel like the 3 number is also strong this week. And then practice self-love, nurture your inner child here. So there is progress, and while it might feel like you are waiting this week a little bit here, or think the energy's slowing down, but it's to help you, like you're supposed to slow down and heal yourself here. Focus on replenishing yourself. Self-care, all of these sorts of things will be very supportive as you're continuing, like these cycles, chapters and things are closing right now, right? So I feel like you're not kind of proactive and productive in terms of activity. This could be a quieter week, essentially, right? Quieter week for you. So to take this time to replenish right now, and then align with what, like, it feels like an integration, right? So with the understanding, with the lessons, with the closure you've already accomplished. So this ending right now could be about, the way I'm seeing it, as like multiple cycles and templates and layers within the ancestors that you've closed off, like this karma, this cycle, right? Like multiple different things here. So this could all be finishing up this week because you've already finished it, or you've done your part with this, and you're just waiting for things to finalize essentially here as well. So we have the Page of Pentacles for you emotionally here with the home. It just feels like you should be relaxing at home and focusing on the solar plexus. I'm seeing like your power recovery. There could be some digestive stuff happening this week. We have One with Self blossoming coming through. So this is definitely to get grounded again, get rooted back into your body, call all your energy back this week. Maybe taking more time at home, meditating, isolating here. There's a new fresh energy coming in for you this week. So it could be also that you're feeling like the layers shedding off of you daily right now. So there could be, maybe it is you're more tired, for example, this week, or more rest is needed. But I feel like it's because a huge alignment is going on within you, a huge clearing, and it could be a cellular rejuvenation, a DNA rejuvenation, a health recovery going on here. So subliminal messages is also what I'm hearing, something with the subliminal mind, the subconscious mind, clearing out, and with the DNA is also what I'm hearing with that. So just to support yourself this week, we have in your blocks the 5 of Pentacles with marriage. So this is what I feel like is the ancestral things here that you've been completing healing. And then we have another 3-3, increase your frequency, higher consciousness awareness. So I feel like you're upgrading your lineage, basically, especially when it comes to family and marriage here, and all of these patterns, cycles, contracts, karma, whatever they might be here. You're rectifying this for the family tree. If you have children, they might also be experiencing some sort of closure with this here. I'm hearing panic attacks with that. And so nervousness, anxiety, this is what's neutralizing. I'm seeing this week here is this 5 of Coins. So often this 5 of Coins card comes up in the love readings when it's connected to the trauma, the heartbreak, the ghosting, like all of these sort of painful experiences where you're alone in a relationship, or are alone, or divorce, or something like this, right? So even if you're in a marriage, you could still feel like this 5 of Pentacles type of energy, right? So there could be some sort of alignment with your energy recovery when it does come to like fear, anxiety, worrying, and panic attacks and these sorts of things, because this could have been the how the body was, like the cellular memory, how you were processing through your ancestral pain and karma and trauma, and maybe subconscious fears. Maybe you've had a lot of relationship experiences, maybe you're divorced as well here, right? So there's like a level of PTSD, or something along these levels. But I feel like we've been born into a lot of things here, trauma that you've been transmuting through your body. Like we are the alchemists, right? We're the shamans. We transform the duality and the density into the light. And I know for myself, a lot goes through my physical body, especially when I am healing clients. Like I process it through myself. I feel what's going on in them, in my body, and then I transmute that energy, right? And so this is, I think, a natural experience when you're in the human body. I think that's why we come here in physical human form, because we can transmute energies off of the earth, off of the grid, off of the ley lines, off of the family tree, and all these sorts of things. We can do that when we're in the physical body rather than only in the spiritual realm, right? So this is another reason why we're here. And this is for, again, the divine feminine and the rise of the divine feminine Christ, and a recovery of that Magdalene Rose feminine bloodline here, the Marys. And for the divine feminine Christ to be put first here. So this feels like a lot of like healing the females in the family tree, and having challenging marriages, or relationships here where they were powerless and isolated, and there could have been a lot of abandonment type of experiences here, trauma connected with this here, that you're finishing processing out. I think the sun, and so maybe there's more solar activity this week, is also helping transmute to raise the frequency into this higher consciousness. So this is something that's not a current, this is old stuff transmuting through you this week, and this is why it's important. And now I'm burping a little bit. So solar plexus, for sure, to focus on a power recovery for yourself, calling back all of your energy, and then like the anxiety, the fear, the panic attacks, a lot of that comes from that solar plexus as well, right? So that could be where the focus is needed. This is your masculine power, solar energy, yellow, bright yellow energy, right? Supporting that chakra this week will also be beneficial for you here. And then grounding. And so your action steps this week, we have the 8 of Swords with message of concern. So this is the anxiety, the worry, the panic attacks. Could be, especially with the 8 of Swords is speaking, this is subconscious. These are, could be purging. You could literally, if you've had a lot of these things in life, it could just be your body trying to purge the energies out versus you having a panic attack. It could be your body transmuting ancestral energy, core wounding, stuff of this nature here. And the fears and stuff, this is not of the light. This is a processing of density that you're going through right now here. And then we've got 1010, divine creativity, receiving cosmic intelligence. So it's like the reptilian brain type of concept here, ego, fear, worry, anxiety, versus the higher consciousness here, which is not fear and worry and anxiety. It's trust, faith, surrender, divine timing, confidence, right? Confidence in the truth, in what is real, what is really happening, versus the illusions of the fear and the worry, the what ifs, right? What could happen, holding yourself back because, again, solar plexus, because you don't want to get hurt. You don't want, maybe with the solar plexus, because it's connected with our masculine, there could be some sort of toxic masculinity here, father healing, grandfather healing, something around this as well, domination. So it could have come through more, this Three of Cups could have come through men in general more. And that could be like, or this is the layer surfacing this week, where like with the Three of Cups in people and in men or in a father, that could be representative of some sort of alcoholism in the home, some yelling, that kind of chaos, and then quiet, and then chaos, and then quiet, or dad's home from work, now the house is chaotic, kind of idea here, yelling. And I feel like it's a lack mentality of where the masculine's not able to control, like they're projecting their emotions and their pain, onto the family, for example, or onto you at some point in life here, and maybe your ancestors as well, because they're like not coping, and they're not healing, and they're not doing their own inner work. So instead, they're just sending it out to the people around them, and then you pick it up, and then it's, when they're doing that, I'm hearing a victim state with this. What they're ultimately doing is taking your solar plexus power. So if they can shame you, if they can put you into fear, if you're scared and they're yelling, for example, that in those moments, they're able to harness your power, and then you feel powerless, and, then you're drained of that energy. And so if this is kind of the patterning, there could have been a lot of that growing up, and then your solar plexus and your power and your confidence is still needing the healing from those experiences. And then also a rewiring of, it is safe, men are safe. This is just for example. I know I keep saying that, but I don't want anyone to feel like I'm targeting men, because I'm not. But because we're working with the solar plexus this week, this is kind of that energy channel it's coming in on. So this is like a new program needs to be created where you do feel safe, you are safe, you're safe within your own masculine energy within here, and being powerful and confident without the fear that someone's going to come and ruin that, is what it kind of feels like here. So you're moving on. This is all through a consciousness awakening. And I'm hearing new blueprints are also coming in. So it does feel like a freedom is happening for you from this template. And I feel like it's clearing things for you and then rising you up, so you're ready for this Age of Aquarius New Earth Union template here as well. It's kind of like I'm open for more. I'm ready for more. Show me something new. Show me the new earth divine masculine. Like, I want to see this energy. I want to see this person. I want to have a relationship with this masculine here. I want to raise my children with this new earth masculine. So this is where to get to that place of opening up and desiring to have that new energy coming in. Some closure is also required here with this, and neutralizing and processing. It's integrating and figuring this out here for yourself. Like the duality, I think transmuting the duality of this. And there could have been a lot of emotional roller coasters with this energy in life. And that could be also something that needs to be processed, is like having a high and low versus more of a stable energy, consistently stable, right? And how you can have a consistently stable nervous system, for example, might be part of what's needed right now here, the medicine, right, that you need. So for your counterpart this week, we do have the Seven of Pentacles with poverty, and then honor your agreement, mission, and motion. They came into an agreement last week here. Well, they didn't come into the agreement. I shouldn't say that. They were like reminded that they're in a covenant with the Most High, and they have a responsibility here of being a king counterpart to you. So, and there was kind of a going backwards energy is what it felt like, or going through a deeper, like I'm seeing that black sun again here. Yeah, so that was coming up. I can't remember Ascension energy reading last week or the love reading, but that black sun energy was coming up, and to me, I'm hearing the devil colluding against you, but I feel like it's like that program that we've been running under, right? That has been the system that's been controlling us, that they're like under that spell, right? So the spell is breaking, and there's something here. I think we went deeper into that layer basically of the system controlling your counterpart here and them serving that system to be opponent with you, right? This is like the deep original plan, pre-Piscean age plan to divide the masculine and feminine here. So they've gotten really far with this, and there's some kind of going backwards to clear up this energy last week. So it looks like they're continuing with that, yes, and that there's some purification going on here now as well. Maybe they're going to see like sticking to that agenda is only going to keep them stuck in this poverty energy here, that they do need to ascend, right? Go higher into this new equation of union. And the more they're going to stay in duality, the more this poverty energy is going to continue for them. So I think they're realizing here that this cycle also needs to end for them. And they're getting some sort of, I feel like, awareness that if I keep doing this in the same way, I'm going to continue producing the same results of being stuck. And ultimately, in the system here, right, and surviving. And ultimately, this survival energy and money has been like a huge factor in this relationship here, and they've really having to get out of that ego and the systems, what this systems program it keeps telling them to be doing around money and relationships, and now versus what God's saying to be doing, right? So getting back on track with what they're supposed to be doing with the Most High. Emotionally, we've got this Man card. This is the unevolved masculine for me in this particular card deck. So this is the purification process they're going through. We've got the Four of Cups, and then 6-6, beyond illusion, change your perception here. So definitely change is needed for them here. They're asking for help with the Four of Cups. God is offering them help. So definitely a progression from last week's. This is all connected with the Three of Cups, is like you're being separated, like set apart from the other feminines out there, the Jezebel spirits kind of idea. Like God was making it really obvious by putting you on this pedestal that this is your counterpart here. This is the direction the masculine, your counterpart's supposed to be choosing, instead of keep falling down into this Three of Cups cycle here. And so this week, they're still integrating that message and that understanding here. And I feel like they're just simply being shown how they're keeping themselves stuck in the old earth here. And like their prayers, their goals are never happening. Seven of Pentacles here. They're never getting to the Ten of Pentacles. What if they're going to keep doing it in this old way? And this is the illusion that they need to change their perception around. So this is what the portal is like an awakening happening here for the two of you. So it's the way you're seeing things, and what is like for yours, fear, anxiety, worry, depression. For them, it's like immaturity is the way I'm hearing it. Old earth. I feel like it's just making the same choice over and over again, even expecting a different result kind of idea. Going back to what's familiar, what they think, what the ego says they should be doing here. So this is the end of this ego for the two of you. So it almost feels like we're going down deeper here into this layer of healing into the subconscious mind now versus external entities and stuff like that, which we were clearing a lot of last week, to now going within our own consciousness and clearing the beliefs out here. it's definitely a victim mentality with this as well. So in the blocks, we do have the Two of Cups with the bouquet card, and the last card we have is Let Your Light Shine, and that's with the Divine Feminine here. So they are progressing is what I'm hearing, and the more that they can access the Divine Feminine Christ and the Divine Feminine Christ consciousness, that it's going to be easier here. The subliminal messages as well. Like, I feel like it's just switching radio stations. You know, they just need to switch out of that Black Sun program and switch onto the dial of the Divine Feminine Christ, and it's going to materialize here for them. Something with their root race is healing. So it's definitely original seed points that we're clearing this out on. Oh, it's feminine sorcery that got in the way here. So their action steps, we do have the Divine Feminine. It says Queen on this card with the Ace of Cups, good, and then Concerned. So this is what is being removed. This is the Three of Cups for them here. That's got to go, that they got to get their power back here as well. So we'll focus on this in this week's extended reading, and especially working the solar plexus power. I'm just looking at the astrology. Mercury's in Virgo, Uranus retrograde, Saturn retrograde in Pisces, and then the Pisces full moon eclipse is all happening this week. So yeah, it's like the subtle ways the devil got in and persuaded the two of you to divide, keep the two of you separated, is what's clearing out. We have the Justice as the final outcome for the two of you. A change is happening, right? And then the Divine Masculine, releasing your lower self. So this is where the solar plexus comes in here, and it's a masculine upgrade here for the two of you, of confidence, of leadership here, of taking charge, the chain, like, so the Justice is coming in to help you to get the power back. I feel like it's to get the power to make the decisions, to see things clearly as well, to choose each other without the fear and the worry and the what ifs and the PTSD getting in the way, like that, holding you back. You're scared to have this union. You're scared something bad's going to happen. You're scared you're going to make someone angry, right? Make the devil angry kind of concept here. This is where, and the way this is going to change, I'm seeing, is through bringing in the Divine Feminine Christ consciousness, and that'll shift this here. So this is what's happening this week. This is breaking in the consciousness. It's breaking in your masculine energies for the two of you here to continue progressing forward with this union. So it does feel like for both of you, a callback of your energies here, and to get this alignment within yourselves. There's nothing outside of you two this week. It's all within that this assistance is coming in on, especially connected to the consciousness and the subconscious, the third eye chakra, your intuition, the information you're able to see, right, and understand and access here. So we're going to open this up more, clear out what we need to clear, support the solar plexus for the two of you here, and whatever we can do to get this alignment proceeding forward for the two of you to come together into union in this new earth, age of Aquarius. So if you'd like to join us for this week's extended reading, we're going to be working with What's the Vibe Oracle card deck here as well, and do the Shamanic God Code. If you would also like to learn the Shamanic God Code, we're in our third year this year of launching the Shamanic God Code Healing Certification and the online business program. So it's a 12-week program where we're together. We teach the Shamanic God Code. We build the online business. So whether you're a healer, a coach, a therapist, or wherever sector you feel guided to add this medicine to your business, to your offerings, or are ready to start your online business, take your gifts to the next level, this program is perfect to get you out there, set you up for success, go deeper into what your gifts and your healing abilities are, and then launch that into an online business. So if you'd like to join us this September, we're getting started in just a few weeks, right at the equinox weekend. So if you'd like to join us, the link is down below, or find out more details about the program. If you need a one-on-one session, those are currently open as well. The link is also down below for that. Thank you for joining me here, and God bless. Have a very blessed week. Take care.